This is Nottingham Forest, and they're a sleeping giant that is slowly waking up. They're third in the Prem right now, but that is no fluke. They've had very impressive wins, Chris Wood can't stop scoring, and with manager Nuno at the helm, they seem to do no wrong. But I want to keep that going. So today I'm taking over from Nuno Esposito Santo as Forest's brand new manager, with the goal of continuing to elevate this team and build a world-class outfit that will one day lift yet another European trophy. So here is the team we've loaded into in Season 1, and considering just how good these guys are in real life, EA've done them dirty. You've got Chris Wood, who's one of the top goal scorers in the league right now, only 80 rated. Elanga's been killing it. And then there's Murillo, who right now is one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. But despite EA shafting them, it's still a really good team. I mean, for starters, the average age of our highest rated players is mid to high 20s, so that's a good start straight away. And as you can see, Forest aren't exactly short of talented youngsters. They've got a bright future ahead of them. There's only 5 contracts we've got to sort out, as well as 2 players on loan to us. Right now, that isn't that bad. And we have 56 million to spend too. I can see why these guys are third in the Premier League right now, because they are looking good. However, guys, you may have noticed by the title, we may have all of this money, but it's not exactly going on players I want to bring in, because in this video we're allowed a maximum of 3 signings, and they have to come from all 3 relegated clubs each and every year. However, I'm very aware that in real life the Premier League season is still going. There's quite a few games still to play, so for that reason, guys, this season we've got a transfer ban. So for Season 1, guys, we've got to get the best out of these players and make do with the situation we've got. And now that we've got a transfer ban, guys, we don't have to worry about signing players. Instead, I want to worry about our tactics. So I'm keeping the formation as it is, with a counter-attacking build-up style and a pretty balanced line. I'm almost certain this is how they play in real life. And as you can see on the ball, this is how we are going to be, very attacking, but considering playing counter-attacking football, I reckon we'll get away with this. And as it stands, I believe this is not only our strongest team, but it's our highest potential team that we can field. But admittedly, I'm playing favourites with 1 or 2 players. For example, Chris Wood's getting at least 1 full season with me, guys. Considering how well he's playing in real life, it'd just be disrespectful if I didn't give it to him. There's also Danilo and Anderson in the team, and they're there for 3 reasons. 1, because they're the youngest. 2, because they've got the highest potential. And 3, right now, they're the highest rated, so it just makes sense. But as I've already shown you guys, we've got a serious amount of young talent in this team, and believe me when I say I don't want any of their potentials going to waste. So whilst this year we do have a transfer ban, I'm instead going to take the other option and loan out all 6 of these players, just to make sure whilst they're not getting game time here, they'll get it elsewhere and hopefully improve. Now, as for what I'm doing with our loan players, I think I'm going to just keep them for this season. I mean, James Ward-Prowse will do for depth in the midfield, and Moreno will do for depth in that left-back role. I, however, aren't renewing 2 players' contracts, Wayne Hennessy and Willy Bolly. I mean, they're both 33 and 37. It just makes sense to let their contracts run out, because nobody in their right mind's going to sign that. But now that the tactics and contracts are all sorted, it's time to make sure our coaching system is on point, because the better our coaching system, the better chance our players have got to get the best out of them. And with that being the last thing on my to-do list for our first year in charge of Forest, we are now ready to send this team into Season 1. And whilst granted in real life they're killing it with them being 3rd in the Premier League, I don't think this team is anywhere near that level just yet. I mean, EA really have shafted them. But one thing I do want to see by the end of this season is a lot of improvements. I mean, right now we do have quite a few high-rated players, but I want even more, guys. And I want our already high-rated players to be even better. And to be fair, guys, considering how good this team already is, I'm certainly expecting a top 10 finish at the very least. However, guys, we're at the end of Season 1 now, and I'm taking a look at these stats, and overall, they do not look like a team that's just finished inside the top 10. Chris Wood's done well, 16 goals in 41 games. Certainly not as well as he's done it in real life, but I'll take that. To be fair, though, Elanga smashed it. 14 goals, 8 assists in 43 games. I can see him being an absolute baller in the future. However, regardless of the stats and our league finish, guys, they've certainly improved quite a bit. I mean, as you can see, the best players in our team now are much better than they were before. And on paper, guys, I'll be real, this team just looks even better. So the question is now, where have we actually finished in the Prem? And you know what, guys? I'll happily take this. We are 13th in the Premier League, a pretty respectable mid-table finish. Here lies the issue, though, ladies and gentlemen. Who are we actually allowed to buy from next year? Oh, you can't bloody write this. Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester City. Literally the exact same bottom 3 in real life. We might as well just not had a transfer ban. It's just one of them, though, isn't it, guys? As we do have a decent run in the FA Cup, making it to round 5. But drop a stinker in the Carabao Cup. But right now, I'm not really bothered. Because my main goal with this Forest side next year is to get them from out of the bottom half of the table and into the top. But because we can only buy from Southampton, Ipswich and Leicester City, we've certainly got our work cut out for us. Okay guys, we're now into Season 2, and it's time to take this Nottingham Forest team to the next level. Or at least try to. Because granted, we've got 95 million to spend, which means this year Leicester City, Southampton and Ipswich are the only 3 teams we're allowed to sign from. And we can only make 3 signings too. So not only are we going to have to be pretty smart to improve this team, we're going to have to be pretty damn lucky. I've got to be honest though guys, I'm looking through Ipswich Town's team and I'm not feeling lucky in the slightest. I feel like this is going to take a while. Then again, they do have Liam Delap, only 22, 6'1", 79 overall. Already got really good stats for a striker, and with him being so young, he's only going to improve. And because Chris Wood's getting on a bit now, Liam Delap's exactly what we need. And so we went ahead and signed him for 28 million on the dot, which I think is actually really cheap. But you know what's even cheaper than that? Subscribing to this channel, because it's absolutely free. And we're on the road to 80,000 subscribers and we are this close to achieving that goal, but I need your help to get across the line. So if you're enjoying this video so far and want to see more content like this, drop this video a big old thumbs up, get it to at least 1,000 likes for me if you can, and if you are new around here, subscribe whilst you're at it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've signed Liam Delap, that's 1 transfer out of 3 done. And I'm going to move on to Leicester City now, and this is going to be tricky because I know firsthand that they've got some ballers. For example, Bilal and El Kanous, Abdul Fatawu, Matthias Sulu's a new transfer, Victor Christiansen too. Seriously, how did they get relegated? But I've got somebody else in mind, guys. I think Mads Hermansen would be the perfect replacement for Matt Sells. Granted, he's 81 overall, but he's 33 years old. He's not going to last in our team for much longer. Whereas Hermansen's only 24, only 2 ratings below Sells. I think this makes sense. And so we went ahead and signed him on a 4-year deal. Now this leaves us with 39 million. And remember, we've got 1 transfer left. But the last team we're buying from is Southampton, and as you can see guys, there's not really many players worth over 20 mil alone, never mind 30. To be fair, there is Cameron Archer who looks like a solid player, but it's kind of pointless signing him because we've already got Delap. There's also Shea Charles who would be perfect if he was just a little bit better. And there is Aaron Ramsdale, but we've just signed Mads Hermansen. Crikey, who do we go for? But guys, I think I know the answer to that question. Matías Fernandes looks absolutely fantastic. He's only 20, he's a centre-mid with really well-rounded stats. We'd have to shuffle our team around a bit, but I think he'd be absolutely worth it. And we are now ready for Season 2 with the signing of Matías Fernandes for 32.5 million. And looking at this team, I know it looks a bit weird with Fernandes having that exclamation mark by him, but trust me, I've got a solution to this. Because we're converting Anderson to be a centre-mid, it'll only take 2 weeks. And because we're able to do that, we're rocking the 4-3-3 attacking variation, playing really attacking football just like last season. And just like that, everybody's playing in their natural positions. We may have to convert Elanga and Hudson-Odoi to become right wingers and left wingers, but I think that'll only increase their rating. So all in all, guys, this team is looking great, especially with the 3 signings that we've made, guys. Ironically, 3 relegated players may help us get a higher finish than last season. And honestly, guys, after taking a look at these stats, I think we might have pulled it off too. Elanga, 23 and 6, Liam Delap, 13 and 4, 10 and 4 for Hudson-Odoi. That's such a level up from last year. And that's not the only thing leveled up. Look at the improvement this season. We've gone from mid-table fodder to potentially a top 6 contender. Actually, looking at this team, never mind top 6, we should be getting top 4 football. Unfortunately, though, we are still quite a bit away from that. We are 7th in the league, however, so that's a massive step up from last season. But we're currently 17 points away from the top 4, so there's still a lot of room for improvement. Having said that, though, who are we allowed to buy from next year? Okay, Leeds United, Wolves, and Sheffield United. Now that is a lot better than last season. As for our FA Cup run, we did exactly the same as we did last year. We made it to round 5 before Palace knocked us out. But we made the Carabao Cup final and lost to Arsenal. Oh, we were so close to our first bit of silverware. That's actually gutting. But it just shows how far this team has come in only 2 years, because last season we got knocked out of that competition by bloody Peterborough. The good news is though, this season's transfer window really helped us out. Liam Delap from Ipswich and Manson from Leicester and Fernandes from Southampton all helped us get a better finish. So if we get really lucky next year and make 3 really good signings, we take this Nottingham Forest side one step closer to adding yet another European trophy to their cabinet. But get this, guys, despite having an insane season last year, we've only got 75 mil. That's like 20 mil less than last year. Truth be told though, looking at how good this team's become, I don't think that money's going in the starting 11. In fairness, the bench doesn't need too much doing to it. It's unbelievable how good we're looking right now. But if you think I'm not spending the 75 mil, you've got another thing coming. But remember, we're only allowed 3 signings, and we can only sign players from Leeds United, Sheffield United, and Wolverhampton Wanderers. And to be honest, I've got high hopes because I feel like these 3 teams are better than last year's. But guys, I've got to be real with you lot. I'm looking through the team, and it is absolutely awful. Like, I'm genuinely looking through every single position now. I don't think there's a single 80 rated player in the entire squad. I'll be real with you lot, guys. I think our best bet is indeed Gustavo Haven. He's 29 years old. He's 77 rated, which is decent. But more importantly, his contract was running out, which means we've been able to sign the best of the bad bunch for absolutely nothing. Which means we've got 66 million to sign players from Leeds and Wolves. And we're going to start with Wolves over Leeds United first. And here's hoping these players are a bit better than the Blades. But already they are levels above. They've got a striker called Cucho, who's 82 rated. And if we didn't have Delap, I'd probably sign him. There's also Fabio Silva, Matthias Cunha. And if we didn't have Morgan Gibbs-White, I'd probably sign him. And again, guys, if our defense wasn't so stacked, I'd probably sign him. The problem with Wolves, guys, they do have solid players, but every position they're good in, we're already stacked in. But guys, I overlooked someone, and I can't believe I almost missed him. Curtis Jones plays for Wolves. He's so well-rounded too, 25, 84 rated. He's literally the perfect box-to-box midfielder. Granted, he wasn't exactly cheap to sign, but I could not pass this opportunity up to sign a player of his quality. Now, this does leave us 13 million, but the team we've got left is Leeds United. And I like Leeds United, but I don't see these guys having too many good players, especially 3 seasons deep with them being in the Championship. But guys, you simply can't write this. Pau Kubasi plays for Leeds United. What the bloody hell is he doing there? 19 years old, 79 rated, but from that Barca takeover, we all know how good this guy can become if you give him a chance. The problem is though, he's worth between 35 and 45 million. But there's no chance I'm letting that stop me. We're going to go for him, but we're going to have to throw a player into this deal to get it across the line. So I'm offering 10 mil alongside Milenkovic. That's 41 mil in total. I'm pretty sure that will be enough. And they only want a 3% sell-on clause. Ladies and gents, we pulled it off. I know that short term I've weakened the team, but Pau Kubasi is going to be a game changer in the long run. And there we go, guys. Business for Season 3 is wrapped up. But looking at the players we've signed, I'd say we've done a damn good job. Pau Kubasi especially, man. What a player we've just signed, and I'm pretty certain I'm getting his name right this time. But looking at the team as we enter Season 3, we've at least got to get a top 6 finish. The only player that might let us down this year is Neco Williams. I mean, he's 25 granted, but he's only 79 overall. I know that Pau Kubasi is the same rating as Williams, but let's be real, they're not even on the same planet. I do believe, though, with the signings that we've made this year, we've once again been able to take Forest to the next level. I'm just hoping our league finish at the end of this season proves it. And guys, I am beyond buzzing at this point. We've got Forest inside the top 6. We've got them Europa League football next year. We are still a long way away from the top 4 though. Why do I feel like that's going to be a nightmare to get? Unfortunately though, this time in the FA Cup, we crash out in round 4 against Villa. But we did make the Carabao Cup semis. We're killing it in the Carabao. And guys, I didn't even realise this. We've qualified for the Europa Conference League and we're straight through to the round of 16, where we smashed Randers FC, battered Genk, but we fell short to FCSB. In fairness though, that really isn't a bad showing. Then again though, you look at this team in front of us and honestly, I feel like we've massively underperformed. In fact, I'd say we've underperformed in every competition, especially the Premier League. We should be in the UCL right now. I mean, you've got Anthony Elanga who's 90 rated now, 88 Delap, 87 Murillo, Pau Kubasi is 83 rated too. Our stats this year are absolutely phenomenal as well. Guys, where have we gone wrong? We can't even blame our fullbacks because they're both 80 and 82 rated. That's not exactly bad, is it? To be fair though, that's exactly what we need to do to improve this team. If we can get 2 fullbacks, really good fullbacks at that, we'll be on the right path to the UCL. Unfortunately though, we've had our first bad batch of relegated sides, Burnley, Sunderland and Luton Town. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anyone from them. But to be fair, if Pau Kubasi could be playing for Leeds United, who knows what we'll find next season. Well, I'll tell you what we will find in Season 4, our highest budget yet, 159 million. Where was this last season? Saying that though, I'm not knocking it, because if we can find a couple of fullbacks to replace Arner and Williams, we're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. But because Luton, Sunderland and Burnley are the only 3 teams we're allowed to sign from, I'm not getting my hopes up. And I'm starting with Burnley, guys. I'm looking through their defenders. They've got some decent centre-backs, but no good full-backs. I mean, Gabia would be a great addition if we didn't have Kubasi, but we do, so we're not going to go for it. But one player they do have that I wouldn't mind signing is Luka Kolosho. He's a left midfielder, 22, 79 overall. He's absolutely rapid, as you can see, and he'd be a great alternative for Hudson-Odoi. And the best thing is, he only cost us 23 million. That's 1 transfer down, 2 to go. Moving on to Luton Town now, guys, and as you can see from their defence, there's nobody that we can really bring in. No one of these guys got relegated. There is Manu Sanchez, but he's only 79 rated. At this point, we don't really want to go backwards. They do have a player called Martin Neto, though. He doesn't look too bad, 78 rated. He is indeed the best of the bad bunch, but he only cost us 19 million. And that only leaves Sunderland to go through, and honestly, I am really not holding my breath with this team. Then again, they do have Tri Hume, who I know for a fact has a decent amount of potential. Decent stats already, 25 years old, he could be an option. But I've just found someone even better than him, Tim Roth. He's only 22, 6'4", 80 overall. More well-rounded than Hume, better than him, younger than him. Yeah, we're definitely signing in. And just like that, ladies and gents, we are ready for Season 4. Granted, we couldn't find a replacement for Aina, but Roth is certainly an upgrade on Neco Williams. But I'm willing to bet come the end of the season, this team is going to be levels above what it is right now. Especially if Tom Roth has a good campaign and grows quite well, because he could be the key to us winning the Europa League. And as daft as that might have just sounded, I could be right, because we are 4th in the league phase and we go straight through to the round of 16, where we just beat Ajax, we smashed Fiorentina, we destroyed Juve, and we've beaten United. Oh my god, we've actually won it. Guys, that's another European trophy added to Forest cabinet. Now we just need the Champions League. But it's safe to say it's a good job we won the Europa, because we just about got a 9th place finish, man. What the hell's happened in the Prem? It's like we forgot the league even existed and just put all our attention on the Europa. 13 points outside the top 4, man. That's just embarrassing. We need to fix this next season. And we still haven't won the FA Cup, nor the Carabao Cup. So aside from the Europa, it's been an owl. And let's be totally real, looking at this team right now, there's absolutely no excuse for how poorly we've done in the Premier League. As for the stats, it's the same 2 players bailing us out. Liam Delap with 37 and 7 and 25 and 10 for Anthony Alanga. I'm not surprised they're our 2 highest rated players, guys, because they're certainly playing like it. The thing is, I don't know where we're going wrong with this team. Our defence is much better, even our bench is stacked. However, there might be a solid chance we could vastly improve our team overall, because Wolves, Leeds and Southampton are the 3 relegated teams and the 3 teams next year we can sign from. And to be fair, despite how poorly this team did in the Prem, so I don't think we're too far away from taking it one step further and lifting the UCL. So we've just arrived into Season 5 with Forest, and as you can see, majority of our team are on international duty, but that just says to me they're ready for the UCL. And we've got a whopping 124 mil to spend to improve it. But we can only sign Wolves players, Leeds United players and Southampton players, remember. So our choices aren't exactly amazing. Having said that though, Southampton do have a couple of decent strikers, Cameron Archer being one of them and Shermiti being the other. But I think Shermiti would be the better option. He's younger than Archer, he's better than Archer. So I've wasted no time in signing him up. That's 1 signing down, 2 to go. And we've now moved on to Leeds United, and I'll be real, I don't know how they've been relegated. They've got Mario Giller at the back, and they've got Milenkovic at the back too. He's still a pretty good player too, and he's only worth 29.5 mil. You know what? I'm feeling a reunion. So for 35 million, we've brought Nikola Milenkovic back to Forest. And finally, guys, we've arrived at Wolves, and if this team has half as much talent as the other 2 sides, we're going to have a decent time here. But I don't even have to look at any other positions. I'm sold on this guy, Semih Kılıçsoy. He's a left winger from Turkey, only 22, 82 rated though. He's got amazing stats already too. I know we've got depth for this position, but he's too good to pass up. So after giving them Kolosho and spending 30 million, we've now signed him on a 5-year deal. And it's safe to say that's our best transfer window to date, guys. We've got Shermiti in the team now, Milenkovic back at Forest and Semih Kılıçsoy. From relegated teams, that's ridiculous. Now granted, we've not done a damn thing with the starting team, team, but our bench now is genuinely beyond stacked, so we've got no excuse this year to do poorly in any competition, especially the Champions League, as this is our first time in this competition, and considering last year we won the Europa, I want to do one better this year and win this competition. And now that our team's pretty much got no more weaknesses, I don't see any reason why we can't pull it off. But thankfully, one other thing we've been able to pull off is a top 4 finish in the Premier League. Finally got ourselves there. We've also won the FA Cup. That's another trophy in our cabinet. We, however, don't win the Carabao Cup. Fair play to Leeds though, 2 cup finals, that's brilliant. And obviously because we won the Europa, we qualified for the Super Cup where PSG quite frankly slaughtered us. Here's hoping we don't meet up against them in the Champions League, however there's a chance of it because we are 13th and we make it through to the next round. Where we just scraped past Salzburg 5-4 and we quite easily get past Monaco. But you can't write this, can you? PSG absolutely battered us in the quarters. So they beat us to win the Super Cup and they knock us out to the UCL. At the very least we did lose to the winners, but Aston Villa getting to the final, what the hell's going on there? I'm really not being funny. If Aston Villa can make it to the UCL final, there's absolutely no reason why this Forest team can't do the same thing. Especially with our goals and assists this year. Look at Liam Delap, 38 goal contributions in 60 games. He's an absolute baller. Unfortunately though, the relegated teams this season probably won't help us out next year, as Burnley, Norwich and Sheffield are the only teams we're allowed to sign from. Now granted, we do have to sign one player from each of those teams next year, but if they aren't as good as any of our bench players, I mean, there's literally no point. Granted, a better second choice keeper would come in handy, maybe a Cam, but apart from that, we are absolutely golden. And I think if we'd have avoided PSG in the UCL, we'd have definitely made it further. To me right now, guys, it's not a question of if we're going to win the UCL with Nottingham Forest, it's just a matter of when. And truth be told, guys, as we enter Season 6, I think this could be our year, because even without any transfers, this is a world-class outfit. But we do have a whopping 201 million to spend on players from Norwich, Sheffield United and Burnley. So we might just be able to afford them players. All jokes aside though, this Norwich City side is absolutely diabolical. No wonder they got bloody relegated. Saying that though, they do have some decent midfielders, predominantly wingers, but we don't need any more. They don't really have any good keepers. To be honest, I do think our best bet is Yersin Mosquera, 28, 6'2", 79 rated. To be fair, he's actually got decent stats too. I don't mind signing him. But before we sign him, I want to move on to Sheffield United, and honestly, I don't think they're any different than Norwich. I'll be honest with you guys, there's nobody that we can really add to our team that actually makes sense to. To be fair though, we do need a backup cam for Morgan Gibbs-White, so Callum O'Hare isn't exactly the worst choice. And thankfully, we were just able to afford to sign both of these players as we spent 19.7 million combined. Which now means we move on to Burnley, and I'll be real with you lot, this team does have a bit more promise than the previous two. And this is what I'm talking about. We've got our second choice keeper now in Mike Penders. Only 23, 82 rated, 6'7". Good grief, what did he eat as a kid? To be fair, I couldn't care less, because now that we signed Mike Penders, we are now ready for the new campaign. Because realistically, our keeper role was the only position that lacked depth, because now we've actually got a second choice for a Manson. And now that we sorted that out, I genuinely see no reason why we can't win everything in Season 6. Especially if we can lift the Champions League, because I feel like we are ready to do that now. But I tell you one thing we're not ready for, lifting the Premier League title, because we have absolutely stunk the house out this season. Serious question, why can't we do well in the Prem? We don't even win the Community Shield. But we have, however, won the FA Cup. But we don't win the Carabao Cup. So right now, we are 1 out of 4. But we could very well make that 2 in 5, as you can see from the league phase, we've smashed it. Why can't we do that in the Prem? Bro, in the round of 16, we smashed Stade Rennais. We just get past Atletico. And we just beat Porto. We're playing Dortmund in the final. That has to be the easiest UCL run ever, by the way. Stade Rennais, Atletico, and then Porto. We cannot mess this up. But we cannot take this Dortmund side for lightly. Last time I took Borussia Dortmund for granted, he almost bit me in the backside. Stats-wise, though, we really can't be complaining. I mean, Liam Delap, 31 and 7 again, 22 and 6 for Langer, 11 and 9 for Morgan Gibbs-White. Those three have killed it. And so is the rest of this team, to be fair, guys, because we aren't in the UCL final for no reason, are we? I mean, so far, this team's won 3 trophies, 1 Europa League and 2 FA Cups. And we've only done this by signing relegated players. Granted, we got lucky with quite a few, but we got to take what we can get. As right now, I plan on taking that Champions League trophy away from Dortmund to add one more European trophy to Nottingham Forest cabinet. Here we go. Tom Roth on the ball. Okay, we're pushing forward. Hudson-Odoi got a bit of room to have a dink from distance straight at the keeper. Here come Dortmund on the other side of the pitch. Oh, look at that for a tackle. Now we come up the field with Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's got a bit of pace to him. And tell you what, let's have a dink from distance. Good save, Kobel. Good start straight away. Alanga on the corner. Can we find anybody's head here? That's a good... Oh, my God. Headers are absolutely on this game. How is that still a thing in FC25, man? Come on, EA. Here, Dortmund come on the left-hand side of the pitch. They put the ball in the box. I'm not really worried. Oh, okay, maybe I am a bit worried. That's 1-0 Dortmund just like that. Oh, that's my fault for being cocky. I drew my defender out thinking they were going to dink it back post, but nope, that's just not what they did. And now we are 1-0 down because of that. Okay, it's time to get back in this game, and I think we could do it straight away. Then Morgan Gibbs-White on the turn. Look at that! Straight away we're back in it. Oh my God, we couldn't have asked for a better and quicker reply than that. Look at this. The ball comes on the left-hand side. Beautiful turn from Morgan Gibbs-White. Turns Anton inside out. Near post. Kobel, no chance. And just like that, the defensive error we made is null and void. It's all square. And we could go ahead here, guys, if we play this correctly. Alanga's on the ball. We're going to try and cut inside. We've done really well. I'll tell you what, let's have a dink from distance. Forces the save. Probably should have put a bit more venom on that. Here come Dortmund. They're looking for it. Oh, that's good defense. Tom Ross, a beast. Here comes Einer on the ball. Okay, we're looking for that run for Alanga. We found it. Oh, that could be beautiful. Liam Delap on the ball, and he's made it 2-1, just shy of the 40-minute mark. Gorgeous strike, man. I tell you, he doesn't get many opportunities, but when he gets them, he takes full advantage. And that's how we average. He's like 30 goal contributions each and every campaign, man. He's just a baller. Here come Dortmund, though. The last time they were in this position, we conceded. This time, they go wayward. Morgan Gibbs-White on the ball. He's turned his man really well. I tell you, he's got a bit of room. He's going to take one from distance. Oh, good save, Kobel. If he'd have put that either side of him, that would have been easily a goal. But here we come, header. I don't know why I'm getting excited for this, man. Like, headers just don't work on this game. But we are now in the second half, 2-1 up. I want at least another one just for a little bit of safety. Because Dortmund have proven they can bloody score past us, and I didn't see it coming either. But here comes Xerxes. He's on the ball here. Oh, that's good defending. Got just enough on the shot. But here we have Tom Roth on the ball. He is so good. I mean, his passing's a bit to be desired, but everything else about his game is actually really good. As here comes Xerxes for Dortmund. Murillo is there. Look at that. Murillo's a little beast, isn't he? As here comes Tom Roth again. I think his size, his sheer size, just lets him get away with it. Look at him go, man. Hey, I tell you what, we could get a go. Oh, Anton, you couldn't let me have that. They're doing well, though, Dortmund are. They're keeping the ball in our area, and I really don't bloody like it. Finally got the ball back. Okay, we're on the counter-attack now. Alanga, he's going to try and cut inside, find a bit of room. He's taking a shot just wide. This team we built is literally perfect for counters. We've got so much pace in our front three, it's ridiculous. But to be fair, Dortmund have got a lot of pace as they're proving right now. They're going to go inside to Xerxes. Oh, no. Oh, good keeping him, Hansen. 10 minutes to go. Dortmund, I'll be real with you lot. They've dominated this second half. Just need to hold on for about 8 minutes more, and we've got this Champions League in the bag. But we could get another goal here if we play it right. Morgan Gibbs-White is on the ball. Okay, inside. Hudson-Odoi to make it 3. What a save! We did have a corner, but I did absolutely nothing with it because headers just don't work on this game, do we? But we've got Hudson-Odoi. Could we get a sweaty goal here? Oh, we came so close to it. But I think that's the full-time whistle anyway. Yes, it is. We've beaten Dortmund 2-1 on the night to make Nottingham Forest the best team in the world. And admittedly, that took longer than I thought, guys. I honestly thought that would be 4 or 5 seasons. It did take a season longer, but in the end, we got the job done anyway. With, might I add, only relegated players, and it's actually insane the balls that you can get from the league below if you just have a quick peek. But in our time with Nottingham Forest, we won 2 FA Cups, we won the Europa League, and now we can say we have won the Champions League. Which means my job is officially done with them. If you have enjoyed this video and want to see more content just like this, drop this video a big old thumbs up, get it to at least 1,000 likes for me if you can, and if you're new around here, subscribe whilst you're at it. And if you want to watch more of my content, YouTube recommends you watch this, and I don't blame them because this is a bit of a banger.